Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today's topic is defining economics. There is no single definition of economics on which all economists agree. Therefore, views of various economists are classified into three broad groups: classical view, neoclassical view, modern view. Classical view define economics as a science of wealth. Adam Smith is the pioneer of this school of thought. Followers of Adam Smith are known as classical economists. They defined economics as it is a science that deals with the production of wealth, consumption of wealth, distribution of wealth, and exchange of wealth. From here, we can see that wealth is the center of study of economics. Stress is in the form of production, consumption, distribution, and exchange of wealth. Evaluation. From this definition, we get an idea that overstress on wealth created misunderstanding about the subject. Since wealth was viewed only as richness, stock of gold, and money, so this created misunderstanding about the subject. And because of this misunderstanding, it was assumed that economics encourages selfishness and greediness. Many of the economists or reformers like Ruskin, Carley, they condemned the study of economics as a worship of mammon. In the long run, it was realized that the criticism was unjust. Why this criticism was unjust? It was unjust because idea of wealth was misunderstood. Wealth itself is not a bad thing. Use of wealth makes it good or bad. So that's why we can say it that meaning of wealth was misunderstood. Wealth includes not only money but goods and services also. Second school of thought defined economics as a science of material welfare. After Adam Smith, Professor Marshall defined economics as a science of material welfare, and all the followers of Professor Marshall are known as neoclassical economists. They defined economics as a study of mankind in ordinary business of life. From this statement, we get an idea that economics is a science which studies an ordinary person. It is not a study of any business tycoon. It is a study of an ordinary person. It inquires how he gets income and how he uses it. It examines that part of social and individual action which is closely connected with the attainment and with the use of material requisites of well-being. Now here we can get another idea that it is not a study of a single individual. It is a study of a society as a whole, and it is connected with those actions of society, with those actions of individual which are related with the attainment and with the use of material requisites of well-being. So it is on one side a study of wealth, and on the other side it is a study of man also. Merits of the definition. Basic points or merits of definition are: number one merit is it is a study of ordinary business of life. Its subject matter is a particular aspect of human behavior, that is, earning and spending of income to fulfill material needs. Second merit is it has an aim. Economics is not a useless study of wealth or time wasting exercise. It has an aim, and that aim is to promote material prosperity of the people. Third merit, it is not just a study of wealth but human actions also. Human actions related to production and consumption of goods and services. Fourth merit is it is a social science. It is not concerned with the behavior of isolated individuals, but with the actions of persons living in the society. That's why we call it a social science. And the fifth merit is definition is comprehensive and purposeful. Purposeful and comprehensive in a way that it removed many objections raised against some earlier definitions. Instead of wealth, human behavior to provide material requisites of life takes the central place in the study of economics. Now, demerits of the definition. Number one, demerit is it does not cover all economic problems. Why it does not cover all economic problems? Because only material aspect is included in it. As a matter of fact, economics studies both aspects of welfare: use of material goods like food and use of non-material services like education. Second demerit is welfare is a vague idea. Why it is a vague idea? Everybody has his own idea of welfare, so it is difficult to decide what it exactly means. Third demerit is welfare is not measurable. Welfare is something subjective, it is not objective. Subjective is which you can feel, but you can't measure. So there is no measuring rod to measure welfare. Question of moral judgment arises. And fifth demerit is if welfare is the basis of study of economics, then economist can't be neutral. Problem of liking and disliking arises. Whereas in sciences, there is no place for moral judgments, no place for likings and dislikings. Third school of thought. They defined economics as a science of scarcity. This definition was given by Lionel Robbins. He defined economics as economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. From this definition, we come to know that economics is a science. And what kind of science it is? It is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship. The relationship between ends. Ends are wants. Scarce means limited resources. So it is a science which studies a relationship between unlimited wants and limited resources, and resources which have alternative uses. Basis of economic problem according to this definition are: number one, ends are unlimited. Everybody knows that a large number of his wants will always remain unsatisfied. So what he can do is to struggle to acquire more resources and make the best use of available resources because wants are unlimited. Secondly, ends are not of equal importance. So people can arrange their wants in order of preference so that most urgent wants can be satisfied first. Third thing is means are scarce. limited. Goods and services are not produced by magic lamp, but by using resources. However, compared to limitless wants, our means always remain limited. And the fourth point is means have alternative uses. A piece of land may be used to grow crops or to build a house or to be used as a playground. Similarly, money can be spent in many different ways to satisfy our wants. So, resources must be used carefully to satisfy maximum wants. Merits of the definition are it is comprehensive and clear. How it is comprehensive? Robbins has based his definition on a simple, observable fact of life. We daily experience the problem of scarcity, and nobody can deny it. So, we call this definition more comprehensive and clear. Second merit is it treats economics as a science. Instead of vague and immeasurable idea of welfare, Robbins introduced a better idea of scarcity, which is measurable. Then, economist is supposed to be neutral in it. Robbins consider economics a positive science, so it has no normative aspect. Economists act as a neutral scientist. His function is not to give moral judgments or moral advice on any problem. He has to act as a neutral person. Fourth merit is it has universal application. Why it has universal application? It has universal application because it excludes the concept of welfare, which has different meanings in different societies and situations. It applies equally to the activities of man living in a society as well as an individual, isolated individual. Fifth merit is it widens the scope of economics. It widens the scope because it covers both material and non material wants. So, it has extended the boundaries of economics. Now, demerits. First demerit is economics cannot ignore human welfare, while in this definition, it is suggested that economics or economist should remain neutral, whereas in actual world, it is not possible for an economist to remain neutral. So economics cannot ignore human welfare. Second demerit is economics is both science and art. Robbins only suggested one aspect of a subject, that is, a science side of a subject, whereas economics is not just a science, it is an art also. It is a science of management of scarce resources with multiple choices available to use them. But to make a good choice is an art. So that's why we call that economics is both a science and an art. Third demerit is economist cannot be neutral. No doubt, economist is also a human being. He cannot be neutral in real life. No economist is neutral in practical life, and it is neither possible nor desirable for an economist to be neutral. Fourth demerit is scope of economics become too wide. Almost everything in the world is scarce in relation to our wants. It becomes difficult to decide what should be excluded from the scope of economics. This makes scope of economics too wide. And the last demerit is economic development and unemployment. Some people point out that Robbins' definition does not cover the process of economic development which causes expansion in existing resources. But the objection is invalid since all development work needs land, labor, natural resources which are scarce. Dear student, this is all for today. Inshallah, on next Monday, we will be having our next lecture. Till such time, enjoy yourselves and stay blessed. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.